For centuries, whispers of a family so powerful have echoed through the halls of power, a dynasty that controls the world's wealth, politics, and even the fate of nations. But who are they, and why does their name send chills down the spine of millions? This is the story of the Rothschild family, a legacy of power, wealth, and endless conspiracy. The Rothschild family, synonymous with unimaginable wealth and influence, has been at the center of world finance for over 200 years. But what lies beneath the surface? From their humble beginnings in Frankfurt to becoming the architects of modern banking, their story is shrouded in mystery, fear, and fascination. History. The Rothschild saga begins in the 18th century with Mayer Amschel Rothschild, a man who would set the foundation for a financial empire like no other. With 5 sons spread across Europe, each managing key financial hubs, they created an unbreakable network that would revolutionize banking and control the flow of money in ways never seen before. Over the years, the Rothschild family has been the center of countless conspiracy theories, from funding wars, controlling central banks, to manipulating governments. Are these tales mere fiction, or is there some truth hidden in the shadows? Power. The influence of the Rothschilds extends far beyond banking. They've played roles in the establishment of nations, influenced political outcomes, and have a hand in industries from oil to railroads. Today, the family maintains a discreet presence, but wields a power that most can only imagine. Future. But what does it mean for the world if this family remains in control? A future where the rich get richer and the divide between the powerful and the powerless grows wider? Or is their continued influence a stabilizing force in a chaotic world? The name Rothschild conjures both awe and fear. For some, they are the pinnacle of success, a family that rose from nothing to control the world. For others, they represent the darkest aspects of unchecked power, a silent hand guiding the world toward an uncertain future. Love them or hate them, the Rothschilds have left an indelible mark on the world. Their legacy is not just one of wealth, but of influence, fear, and a lingering question. Are they the masters of the world, or just the scapegoats of its darkest fears? The truth, as always, lies somewhere in between. Power, wealth, control. These words often conjure images of kings, presidents, and powerful governments. But what if I told you that behind the curtain of world events lies a family so powerful, so elusive, that they've shaped the very fabric of history? This is the story of the Rothschild family, a dynasty that has influenced the course of empires, controlled financial markets, and fueled countless conspiracy theories. But who are they really? And why does their name continue to provoke fear and fascination in equal measure? Our story begins in Frankfurt, Germany, in the late 18th century. Mayer Amschel Rothschild, the son of a money changer, would unknowingly lay the foundations of one of the most powerful families in history. In the cramped ghetto quarters of Frankfurt, Mayer started a banking business that would soon revolutionize finance. But Mayer wasn't just an ordinary banker. He had a vision, a network of family-controlled banks across Europe. With his 5 sons stationed in London, Paris, Frankfurt, Vienna, and Naples, he created an unprecedented financial web, allowing the Rothschilds to control and manipulate markets from the shadows. The family's success wasn't just built on finance. It was built on connections, secrets, and strategy. The Rothschilds mastered the art of international finance before anyone else. They established a courier network faster than any nation's, giving them access to crucial information ahead of everyone else. Wars, treaties, economic booms, and busts. Nothing moved in Europe without the Rothschilds knowing first. By the early 19th century, the Rothschilds were financing governments, managing debts, and even funding wars. It's said that Nathan Mayer Rothschild once boasted that he didn't care which side of a war won or lost, as long as he funded both sides. But banking wasn't enough. The Rothschilds soon became advisors to kings, financiers of revolutions, and power brokers who could change the course of history with a single loan. When France needed funds for the Napoleonic Wars, it was the Rothschilds who provided the capital. When Britain struggled during the war with Napoleon, Nathan Rothschild's decisive action on the London Stock Exchange cemented his influence and his fortune. As the Rothschild family's influence grew, so did the rumors. Accusations of manipulation, control, and deceit followed them like a shadow. The most enduring conspiracy theory? That the Rothschilds controlled the world's wealth and secretly pulled the strings behind the scenes of global politics. One of the most infamous claims is that the Rothschilds Rothschilds funded both sides of wars, ensuring that they profited no matter the outcome. From the Napoleonic Wars to the American Civil War, whispers of Rothschild money influencing the tides of battle have fueled the narrative of a family that plays both sides of the chessboard. But are these theories grounded in fact, or are they mere products of fear and imagination? During the Battle of Waterloo, Nathan Mayer Rothschild is said to have received news of Napoleon's defeat before anyone else in London. By selling his government bonds in a dramatic fashion, he created panic, only to buy them back at a massive profit when the true outcome was revealed. The Rothschilds have consistently denied manipulating markets or funding wars for profit. Yet, their unprecedented access to information and their vast network gave them a unique advantage. For many, the idea of a single family wielding such power is simply too much to bear. The Rothschilds didn't just finance nations, they influenced them. When Europe's monarchs needed money, they turned to the Rothschilds. The family became indispensable to the very governments they served, pulling the strings behind royal decrees, military decisions, and economic policies. In 1825, when the Bank of England faced collapse, it was Nathan Rothschild who stepped in to save the day, providing a bailout that solidified his status as one of the most powerful men in Britain. This was not just banking, this was shaping the destiny of a nation. But the influence of the Rothschilds extended far beyond banks and government treasuries. The family became involved in industries ranging from railroads to mining, oil, and even art. They were not just bankers, they were empire builders. With their wealth and connections, the Rothschilds had the power to sway industries and shape economies. The family's ability to diversify their investments and strategically position themselves in key sectors only added to their mystique and power. But perhaps the most chilling conspiracy tied to the Rothschild name is the idea of a new world order, a secret plan to establish global control through financial domination. From influencing central banks to allegedly manipulating currencies, the theory suggests that the Rothschilds are the puppet masters behind a grand scheme to control humanity. Although no concrete evidence has ever surfaced to prove these claims, the very idea of such power concentrated in the hands of one family has fueled countless books, documentaries, and internet theories. To some, the Rothschilds are just successful financiers. To others, they are the architects of a hidden world order. Today, the Rothschild name still echoes in the corridors of power. Although the family no longer operates as a single banking powerhouse, their influence persists through various private banks, investments, and holding companies scattered across the globe. The modern-day Rothschilds are discreet, avoiding the public eye and operating with a level of secrecy that only fuels the mystery surrounding them.
A few questions, if I may, for the camera.
No.
None at all?
No.
I just wondered what you thought about the current austerity plan that we're going through in this country.
I don't think that my views are terribly.
You don't think so? But you're a Rothschild. I think you have knowledge of such things, such as finances.
Next time.
New World Order, Mr. Rothschild?
Right?
New World Order? Depopulation?
Oh, listen, who are you?
Side?
Who are you televising for?
Well, we're independent
Yeah.
filmmakers. But you have nothing to say, Mr. Rothschild?
Have a nice life, sir. I don't know.
But make no mistake, their financial empire remains vast, encompassing everything from vineyards to energy companies, hedge funds, and beyond. What would happen if the Rothschilds maintained their grip on global finance? For some, this is a terrifying thought. A single family whose financial tentacles stretch into every corner of the world. They've been accused of influencing central banks, controlling the Federal Reserve, and even dictating the course of global economic policy. Imagine a world where economic stability, or chaos, is at the whim of one family's financial interests. The fear isn't just about money, it's about control. Control over governments, industries, and ultimately, people's lives. But are these fears justified, or have they been blown out of proportion? The Rothschilds argue that their influence has been exaggerated, that they are simply a family that has mastered finance over centuries. Critics, however, point to the family's history of secrecy and power as proof of their manipulative reach.
The truth lies somewhere in between. The Rothschilds undeniably wielded immense power during the 19th century, but the modern financial world is far more complex, with power dispersed among multiple players. Yet the family's legacy continues to cast a long, enigmatic shadow. Fear of the Rothschilds is ultimately fear of the unknown, a fear of power without accountability, of influence without transparency. It's the fear that somewhere, behind closed doors, a decision is being made that could change the world, and we would never even know. It's a fear that keeps the Rothschild myth alive and ensures that their name remains synonymous with the most secretive forms of power and influence. influence. The Rothschilds themselves have pushed back against these narratives. They maintain that they are simply a successful family, no different than any other wealthy dynasty. They've opened up to the public in recent years, offering glimpses into their lives through charity work, public events, and even social media. Yet, for every step they take into the light, the shadows seem to follow. The allure of the unknown is simply too compelling, and the legend of the Rothschilds has taken on a life of its own, one that no amount of transparency can fully dispel. As we stand at the crossroads of history, the Rothschild family remains one of the most fascinating and misunderstood dynasties. Their story is a complex tapestry of ambition, wealth, power, and controversy. It's a tale that has inspired admiration, fear, and a multitude of conspiracy theories that refuse to die. What's next? Will they continue to wield the same level of influence, or will their power diminish as new financial titans emerge? The family is now more private than ever, focusing on legacy, philanthropy, and maintaining their extensive business interests across the globe. Oh, the younger generation is stepping up, continuing the family's tradition while also carving out new paths in the worlds of art, tech, and sustainability. The Rothschilds are adapting to the times, but the allure of their name remains undiminished. The Rothschild legacy is one of unmatched wealth and influence, a dynasty that built an empire on the back of strategic foresight and financial genius. But it's also a legacy shrouded in mystery and myth, a reminder of how power can both inspire and terrify. For to some, the Rothschilds are nothing more than clever bankers who understood the world's financial system better than anyone else. To others, they are the hidden hand guiding the fate of nations. The truth about the Rothschilds may never be fully known, but perhaps the greatest power they wield is not their wealth or influence, but the fear they inspire in the collective imagination. As long as there are whispers of hidden agendas, secret meetings, and financial domination, the legend of the Rothschilds will live on. They are more than a family. They are a symbol of the power that lurks behind the scenes of history, ever watching, ever present. But the real question is not about the Rothschilds. It's about us. Why are we so captivated by their story? Is it because we need someone to blame, a face to our fears of financial collapse and loss of control? Or is it because deep down, we know that power, in all its forms, is never truly in our hands? The Rothschilds. Wealth, power, mystery. Perhaps we will never fully understand their role in history, but one thing is certain: the name will never be forgotten.